A woman discovered that her roommate had been strangled to death. What stood out immediately was how strangely she was dressed.
This blouse, expensive. These dress pants, they're cheap, loose.
They soon realized it wasn't just the clothes. Her shoes were outdated and didn't even fit properly. Even the jewelry she was wearing didn't match at all. John Watson believed the killer had dressed the victim, but Sherlock Holmes said he had already checked the victim's closet. He had also confirmed it with her roommate. None of those clothes belonged to the victim. Watson couldn't understand why the killer would dress the victim in someone else's clothes. It didn't seem like it was done for sexual gratification. Holmes, however, said the killer didn't do this to please himself. He did it to provoke the police. None of these clothes were purchased. They were taken from other victims. For example, there were dried bloodstains on the pants. Based on the color, they weren't from the night of the murder. There were also dark hairs stuck to the shoulder of the top, but the victim had blonde hair. There were small traces of blood behind the victim's ears. This suggested she didn't originally have pierced ears. The earrings were forced onto her after death. All the evidence pointed to one conclusion. These items most likely came from other murder victims.
You think everything she's wearing was taken from other women?
Not just other women. Other murder victims. If I'm right, this is not just a homicide. This is a serial killer announcing himself.
Soon, the police ran DNA tests and compared them with social media photos. They discovered that the clothes and accessories found on this victim had previously appeared on several missing women. Some of the accessories still couldn't be matched. That meant there were likely even more undiscovered victims. The chief quickly called in all officers handling missing persons cases to work together. But because the time gaps between the crimes varied and the locations were scattered, no one had realized these cases were connected. The chief asked if they had a prime suspect. Everyone shook their heads, saying they had no leads at all.